What's up? Okay, start now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so this opening shot is in Coquitlam, BC, Canada.
At Bunsen Lake, North
Bunsen
America.
Lake.
This was one of the first shots that we shot.
Yeah, this is like in the beginning stages of the video. So we started.
This is one of the first ideas we had as well.
Yeah.
Also, there's like film grain over that NOSEBLEEDS logo, but you can't see it on YouTube.
You cannot, which is too bad.
And then this falling shot that you're gonna see, we shot at my aunt and uncle's house. Shout out to Kim and Les for letting us use their trampoline.
Yeah. So that whole setup, it was me on a trampoline trying to make the movements I would if I was falling into a lake like that. And
I had to rotoscope everything because the green screen didn't work at all because he was outside of it the whole time.
Yeah.
So
but
that
it
was
turned out great.
Nice. Yeah, it turned out good in the end.
This was also in the beginning stages of the video because you can see there's still snow.
We shot this on the same day that we did the car scene later.
Yeah, you can tell it's kind of the same.
Yeah, same weather, same road. In North Van. That's
same
the
outfit.
Secret. That scene was actually me sitting in the back of Yanni, our friend who helped with his car and stuff for that shot. It was me sitting in the trunk just with the glide cam shooting out the back.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you would hit the gas, the trunk would slam
fall
on my
his head.
Yeah.
So that happened.
It's all good.
Yeah. He's still here, alive and well. Okay, so this rotating scene is interesting because
it's our least favorite.
It's our least favorite
for sure.
section. We have our critiques of this part. You could tell that I also have a different haircut because this was filmed in like the spring. So it jumps from winter to spring real quick. This was all shot in the same day. Places around
This part's
Vancouver.
great when the footsteps look at it's good, it's good, it's good, it's
and
bad.
Then, not good.
So we basically shot this by doing one. We just rehearsed it in my back alley, and then
I rehearsed like what movements I was
what movements and what my camera movement was, and then we just shot it again and again in different spots.
Yeah.
And then I had to line it all up and cut it together. It was pretty simple, but bad.
Yeah. This was actually the very first shot we ever took for the video. Because this is just a test shot.
Yeah, this wasn't even supposed to be in the video. We just we were looking out the window and we saw a really nice light, and we went out and Yanni took some photos, and I took a few videos of this, and this one just looked really, really good.
Also, there is a one of many Easter eggs for the next video is in this shot as well. But we're not going to talk about that because this will be out before that video's announced.
Yeah.
So maybe look for it. Probably can find it. But yeah, you can see me laugh at the end of this clip too.
Secret, it's on the left.
All right. Here we are.
Everybody relax.
Calm down. Okay, so this shot, John, do you want to describe?
Yeah, so this is the basic train plate. It's just a train going by. We just shot this randomly. I was like, hey, we have an idea. And we thought of this on the spot. Mm-hmm. And then I shot the train, and then we went back, and Kevin stood on top of his car and reenacted the movements and the rotation of it because the angle changed. And then he did that for both train shots with different angles. And then I keyed up the sky and tracked the train, and it's all good.
Yep. So what you're actually seeing is me on top of my car, which is just parked. And we just needed it because we needed me to be elevated and on top of something with like a similar just plain sky background behind me to make it easier to edit.
Pretty cool.
But yeah, so that's the Skytrain shot. You can now leave the video if you want. So yep.
And this one, just a shot. Nothing to say.
Okay, this shot's actually fun to talk about.
This shot, this shot, we had such grand plans for this entire Skytrain segment.
Yeah.
So the cool Skytrain shot, we didn't think of that beforehand. But this shot and about a bunch of other shots, it was going to be a big chunk of the video.
Oh, it's going to be huge.
And we shot it all, sort of. We shot what we could, and it didn't work, and we cut it all. Yeah, we cut it all except for this little part, which is actually me. We went to this one Skytrain that I don't know why people stayed on it. Is it like it was the end of the line?
Yeah, it was the end of the line, but people were still staying on it to like go back on the line, which is just super weird. But so we got on that one because I didn't think there'd be many people there. But no, it was like full. And what you're seeing is me running through the Skytrain while like the opposite direction it's going.
This was my idea, and in my mind it was super cool.
Oh, it's such a cool idea.
Kevin would stay centered, and the train would go by and he would run faster and faster and keep up with the camera.
Yeah.
But in reality, there's metal bars in the Skytrain, so you can't do that that fast. So also, this is my cameo in this video.
Yeah, you can
my
see
reflection.
John in the reflection of this.
Yeah.
This whole behind the scenes is basically us talking about what we don't like about the video.
That's true. We'll try and be more positive.
Yeah. Okay.
This scene was also supposed to be really. You can talk about this. Yeah. It was supposed to be much longer.
It was basically supposed to take up a huge chunk of the verse. Like as soon as my energy picks up in my voice.
Also, we shot it with these two angles that you see, but we also shot it really zoomed in on Kevin's face. So it started really close and worked its way back.
The whole idea was that you couldn't tell where I was. It would just be me with like the sky behind me. And it's like, oh, how is he elevated? What's he standing on? And ta-da, it's his friends below him. And it looked kind of cool. So that was the concept. Ta-da. So it was supposed to be like really zoomed in. But I didn't like the way I was, like my facial expression. It felt very like not matching with the music. So we decided to cut all of that and then just go from the more far away ones. I still think it turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah.
So this shot we also thought of on the day, I believe. We just saw
on the spot. We didn't know where it would be.
So there's this cool log. So you can't really tell from the angle, but there is just a giant cliff under that log. But Kevin's not actually walking on that log. You'll see the matching videos. So yeah, we just shot a still plate or basically still plate of the log and then a video of Kevin on. We also have to retime it because he was falling off, but it didn't look realistic, so I changed it.
Yeah.
And this was edited, the color was edited in Lightroom as a sequence, which is a thing I think we'll try not to do again, but it looked really cool. We got to talk about our camera setup for this.
Oh my goodness.
For this entire series.
I think this is the most successful sequence of the whole video.
I think
to me,
you're right.
Maybe aside from the pool.
Okay, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about our camera setup here. So I have my tripod. It's fine. It's just a tripod. And my camera, my GH4. And we had... So it was just suction cups from Bed Bath & Beyond. They're meant for old people to be safe in the shower. And those were suctioned on to the hood in the shot from the hood. They're suctioned on the hood, and they're suctioned onto the door in the other shot, and they're tied to the tripod with
plastic bags. We didn't have anything to tie it on.
Yeah, we didn't plan ahead.
We found plastic bags in our friend Yanni's trunk, I think.
Or in his car. So we used them like regular grocery bags to tie the thing on, and I was so nervous. So in that side shot here, I'm outside of the car. In the front shot, where me and Yanni are in the back of the car
while I'm driving.
Yeah, so this is two separate plates, you'll see. And then in the other shot, I am literally running as fast as I can beside the car in case my camera. I wasn't holding it, but in case it fell, I was going to be there for it.
So he's keeping the camera up, running alongside.
Yeah, so that's just two different shots, and that's all composited in After Effects and the fake camera movement and the pan and all that.
Okay, so
this is
on the side shot of me driving myself.
This is probably the biggest goof that no one noticed.
Nobody noticed it.
Nobody noticed
people
until
pointed out other things.
I point this out to everybody.
Yeah.
Because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, look at the trees, pause it. Oh, we'll pause it for you. Or we'll just play it for you. The trees behind Kevin driving and behind Kevin on the roof are 100% not lined up.
Yeah, not at all.
And I don't know why that is. I couldn't get them. Couldn't get it to work. But it didn't matter.
Yeah, John didn't feel like doing that because it's very difficult, which I understand. Yeah. And it's not even noticed.
Yeah, the car lined up. You can see the mask a little bit, but the car lined up quite well, and
it's incredible.
It was either the car looked good or the trees looked good.
Exactly.
The car was more important. Okay, so this shot, to me it looks like we shot it on the same day as the other stuff, but it is all fake. So that's a drone shot that we flipped upside down to just look better. Kevin, this is a shot we shot of him with the drone, with the blue screen with his drone in my yard. We probably shot it 6 months later.
Yeah,
and
it was like beaming
sunlight, and the car is literally the worst little picture of the top of a car.
It's like literally just a PNG.
Yeah. Also, it has a sunroof. The car didn't have a sunroof, but no one noticed.
Nobody noticed.
So I had to track all that and make it look good.
So this shot, it doesn't look like it's raining that hard.
But
it was like
pouring. I mean, you wouldn't be able to see the rain probably because stupid YouTube compression.
Facts.
Can't see any of the noise and film grain and stuff. But yeah, so this
Ridiculous.
it was pouring rain this day. So there was
friend
power
Jared.
lines. There's power lines. Jared.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jared, a calf of a
Caitlin, yeah.
Kaylor, for helping this day. So I had an umbrella out, and yeah. So basically, for that main shot, these ones are just hardly any after effects, basically none, and just normal, exactly what they look like. And then that main shot, I basically just had Kevin run a bunch of times, or run twice, and then walk around and throw papers up in the air.
Yeah.
And then I masked it all together.
And then he copied and pasted a bunch of papers to make it.
Yeah, some of them I used twice, I think.
Another funny thing about this is that the cliff you see in the background is actually the same cliff that I was walking on the tree on, and the same cliff that...
Is it really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And that's the same clip we filmed the flicker shot that you're going to see later in the video. So this is like the same location.
So this was
like this is the first real
shot
that we knew was going to be in the video.
Yeah, so we had a lot of we went back and forth on a lot of this. The mirror effect that I ended up adding in
ended up kind of saving it
because the section wasn't that cool.
See, the funny thing is John thought it was really boring, but for me I loved the colors on it and everything. Like I enjoyed
the colors turned out well, I think.
Yeah, I love the coloring in this section.
But to me it was boring, and I think the mirror just gave it a little extra oomph-ta that it needed.
And then also it does say, what is it? Tell them what it says.
Oh, it says, I think it says, I love you, Tori. That's a shout out to my wife, Tori, who I love. And I just threw that in, but I didn't tell Kevin. Yeah.
Okay.
So mirror effects.
So the whole idea of this shot was to do shots of me, but you can't see my mouth. But the whole time I'm wearing the tape that says youth on it, and like flipping through the notebook and everything.
The notebook, in case you didn't notice, shows up a lot in this video.
It does.
It's almost like a theme.
It's representative of a lot for this song and the album. So the notebook is a big theme. You can see in the shot of me lying down, you can see the tape slightly. I don't like this shot specifically because I look a lot different now. I have a beard, my hair's a lot longer, and so that's just kind of funny. But
but it says youth.
It says youth, so it's like I'm younger, you know? This is filmed
we shot
right
it
outside my front door.
On a whim.
Yeah, and basically. So we got fake blood. And I had a Band-Aid already because I cut my thumb climbing out of the pool, the empty pool scene that we weren't supposed to be in there, so we had to hop a fence. We weren't trespassing. I mean, we were let in there without hopping a fence.
We paid to film there. We paid for permits.
Yeah. So I cut my finger on the way out of there, and this was filmed that same night.
Also, there's no blood around your finger.
No.
But whatever.
That's okay.
Yeah. So this whole... Okay.
This is a lot to explain.
This is a lot to explain. So I'm going to talk about the projection real quick.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
So the actual shot with Kevin in it was shot at his house on a sheet in his yard,
and this is
when we projected it after I had edited. This is in June. This is one of the last things we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so we filmed this in Kevin's yard. He's lying on a white sheet, and we're aiming the projector at him, playing this whole video. So this is all straight out of my camera almost, just color correction. But we're playing the video on the projector that I'd edited, that we shot like so much. So this was really weird because we had to shoot it all, edit it, export it, and then shoot it again.
Project it.
Yeah. So it was interesting.
Yeah, and Drew and Levi, our friends, were there.
That's famous in Hinson.
Yeah, you got it.
In case you weren't.
Okay.
Sure.
And then this section also has...
So these are all just random ideas we had.
Yeah, so these photos, I have a thread on Twitter of just me keeping up with this journal I have that's kind of throughout the whole creation of the album, significant things that have happened. So yeah, I decided that's important with the whole notebook theme to keep it in there. Talk about this shot.
Okay, so this shot I can't remember where the idea came from, but it's basically the actual shot you'll see is just Kevin standing in front of a tree in a field and just dancing or sitting. And then there was a whole background to it as well, but it was really dark and you can't see it at all when we projected it. But the spotlights are fake and the ground you can see is grass under. It turned out pretty well.
Yeah, turned out really good. That's one of my favorite shots. 1,000 Kevins, we called it.
No, it was a million Kevins.
A million Kevins.
A million
sorry.
Kevins.
That's me
Even though
walking in
that's an
front of a blue
exaggeration.
screen.
I'm also in this shot, but I don't know if you can actually see me. Oh, that's me.
Yes! There it is. All right,
Okay, so that's my
John's
second
in it.
cameo.
That's hilarious. I
Yeah.
also have a different haircut here. Okay.
So this is a shot that Kevin shot. This is one of the only shots that you shot for the video.
Yeah, so this is just a descending drone shot of my cul-de-sac. And then...
It looks so cool on your sweater.
Yeah, I love
That
it.
is cool.
And then perfect timing, the cul-de-sac on my hoodie shows up real quick as it's descending down the cul-de-sac, so that's just another little thing. And then it transitions into the flicker scene.
So this is what we called this the Blackbird scene.
Yeah.
Because there's a song I think called Blackbird Blackbird.
Yeah.
Which was I saw on Vimeo, didn't know the artist or anything, and it has a lot of it is like it'll flash frame by frame between two videos. And then to me, it always looked like it was going to merge into one thing, and it never did, and it drove me crazy when I was watching. It was a really good video. Shout out to the people who made that. But I was like, I want it. Like the little bit of OCD in the back of my mind wanted it so bad to merge.
Totally.
And then so I was like, okay, well,
so that inspired this.
Yeah, when we do a video, we're gonna flicker, and it's gonna come together at one point.
So
and
it's slowly panning as I'm walking towards
Yeah.
one shot of me standing there.
Yeah, so it was Kevin walked, I panned with him, then I stopped, and I locked off the tripod, and then we had to shoot a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
And then this is shot on, in same green screen at my aunt and uncle's house on the trampoline.
In the opening shot.
All the falling shots were shot kind of just at one time.
Yeah.
This, we played around with this first shot, doing different things with it, and it looked bad, but this one is simple. The background is just a picture of the sky, but its curves are adjusted just so it's like white.
Exactly.
Almost white. And that drowning shot was, okay, hold on. I'm going to pause it on that drowning shot, that quick flash. Because that was Kevin's least favorite shot to shoot.
Okay, is that the only place it shows up?
No, it's twice. So basically, this is me. Our underwater rig for all the underwater stuff, we'll talk about it real quick, was a fishbowl that we bought with like flat sides, like the square kind. And then we would just push it into the water with the top open. And then I would put my camera in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
I would just like rest my camera in it and just push the whole thing in. Mm-hmm. And then we could look around underwater because whoop-poor.
Yep.
So this is basically me standing facing down and Kevin swimming under it.
So I had to swim under it and then like look up into it, but me being the terrible swimmer I am and fully clothed with like multiple layers.
Also in the middle of the night.
Yeah. So I was freezing.
Pool, yeah.
Yeah. So like it was just not a fun experience for me. So we couldn't really get the long shot that we wanted to. Yeah. All these underwater sequences that you're gonna see in a minute.
They're all shot with that fish tank.
All shot with the fish tank, and they're the last thing that we filmed.
That's one of my favorite transitions.
100%.
This one. So it's just that falling through infinite space, and then it kind of the background transitions into like a darker sort of vibe because we want to try and match this, and then the adjustment where you turn red and go out of focus, and then start to match this. I love that. I thought it turned it really well. This is that same falling shot from the opening scene.
Yeah.
Repurposed.
Crazy.
And then I just had to key out Kevin in the front and throw him behind.
Yeah.
And it turned out pretty well. So this drone shot is entirely like so fake. You'll see these videos. I can't even believe it looked realistic.
Yeah.
Because it was like
ridiculous.
We didn't know if the shots would even line up.
Yeah.
And they're both shot almost in daylight. Like that, the falling one was, and then the pool shot was bordering. It wasn't that dark.
Yeah.
Because the drone doesn't shoot very well in low light, so we had to shoot it while it was still kind of light out, and it was like too light probably.
Yeah.
Anyways, it worked, and I'm happy about it. Yeah, this is all just normal.
So this is my favorite shot in the whole video.
This one?
I'd say.
Nice.
100%. It's super quick, but it's insane how well it was shot and how, I don't know, you just really captured it well, so I like that.
Thanks.
Like that splash is beautiful.
Some of these shots... Oh, there's that one shot that looks so perfect. Okay, well, it's not here yet. Okay, so this is all underwater. So these shots, the shots with the falling,
pools?
Yeah. So we have 3 different things going on. All the underwater shots are at one pool, and all the above water shots are at a different pool, and all of those were shot on 2 different days.
Yeah, 2 different days.
Even the ones that it looks like it's all in one shot, those were all shot 2 different days. But we can
2 different pools.
2 different pools, but also the ones where you're above and below were 2 different days at the same pool. This shot was the most beautiful shot ever. It just looked so good. Like right out of the camera.
It's in the trailer too,
right out of the camera. Yeah. The colors looked amazing. So shots like this. This was shot 2 separate days at the same pool from the same angle. I had to mark off all my camera angles and then just composite it later, but it all turned out. This shot, okay, you'll see.
This is the last thing we filmed.
Yeah, it is. It is the last shot we filmed.
Yeah.
The color grading on this. Have you seen the original shot?
Have not.
Okay, well they're gonna see it before you do.
Holy crap!
And it is entirely yellow.
Yeah.
Like the water and this are.
I remember.
All yellow.
I remember you showing me it after you shot it.
Oh yeah, and then I was like, maybe we should do this again. And we were so sick of shooting stuff, we just didn't do it.
We're like, let's just go.
But it worked.
Yeah,
it turned out
that is the same fake blood that we used on my hands
from the nosebleed scene.
Yeah,
the only actual nosebleed scene.
The only reference to blood.
Yeah.
Other than this.
Cool. Well, this shot is So
fake.
we fake. We tried to do this with real paper, and they sank, and we had to just clean them all up, and they didn't work. So this shot is just Kevin swimming, but all the papers were added in post, and
You literally just got me to send iPhone photos of the pictures.
Yeah, Kevin just took pictures and sent them to me on his phone, and then I made them transparent so when he swims under them you can see, and I blended them in, and I put some light on them, and they move and they wiggle.
It's really good.
And I don't think anyone noticed that they were fake. If you did, let me know, but I don't think anyone noticed.
And then this last shot,
I like it because you can't really read it until the end.
Yeah, you can't read it. Youth doesn't mean anything though, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just like a time in your life.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
okay. That's
it.
Nosebleeds. Yeah, thanks for all the love that you guys have shown for it. It's really awesome. We're excited to work on the next one. John really killed it. So yeah, we hope we answered all of your Skytrain questions, and
yeah, the Skytrain was real. The whole thing we did was a joke.
Just to summarize, if you're skipping to the end, Skytrain was real, and the next video is
also real.
Also real. Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.